We stand with Ukraine. This is a sentence you've probably heard a fair amount. At least here in Canada, you hear it a lot. It's posted in windows, on fence posts, pretty much everywhere. You probably hear it more in the States. But it's kind of a stupid statement. Because, well, for those of you that don't know, it has to do with the war between Russia and Ukraine. Basically what happened was, well, Russia invaded Ukraine. Yeah, but there's more to it than that. The reason this doesn't work, we stand with Ukraine, is because, here, there's two sides of the story, right? There's two different stories that you hear about Ukraine. So, in North America, Russia invaded the Ukraine. Now, the Ukraine is small and defenseless. Now, theoretically, yeah, if a bigger country were to invade a smaller, more defenseless one, that's a pretty big no-no. That's pretty unacceptable. But, you know, there's a lot that the media here puts pretty crazy spin on. At one point they had said that there were what are they, citizen fighters? They said there were citizen fighters, and I just saw the clip in a little slideshow. It showed two guys who would have been actors holding little cardboard cutouts of AFKs, not AFKs, AK-47s, painted black. Yeah. So it's faked. That's what you hear, right? That's why they can say we stand with Ukraine. Because it's Russia invaded Ukraine. The sides are bad Russia, good Ukraine. So logically you would stand with the Ukraine. The thing is, the Ukraine is not a united front. The Ukraine is split up into several different ideologies. Being, there are a million different sides in this war. There is, of course, Russian government, Ukrainian government, Russian people, and Ukrainian people. But even them, there are even small, there's personal ideologies for everybody in the government and all the citizens. So really, you can't truly, you could stand with like the majority of Russia, or a good amount of Russia, because I'm fairly certain, I would say they're all on the same page. It's a huge country. There's so many people that you can't really say that. But the Ukrainian people, or the Ukrainian government, is they're very tyrannical, like super fascist, quite tyrannical. There are pictures online of Ukrainian soldiers holding up like neo-Nazi Ukrainian flags. I don't know, it could be faked. It probably is. I don't think they would do that. If they did, I don't think it really means anything anyways. But point being, there's a lot that's faked, I guess. You can't stand with the Ukraine. You could stand with the Ukrainian government, but the Ukrainian government could, at least theoretically, still be split. You could stand with the Ukrainian people, but they're almost definitely split. You cannot, as a whole, stand with Ukraine. That's why it's stupid. Not to say that the people are stupid, but, just keep that in mind. Please don't say that, because it's makes you look like an idiot, because you can't actually stand with Ukraine. I think because this is like, it's a North American thing. So our media and the States' media, they created this ideology that we stand with Ukraine. So, alright, brings me on to my next point, is thinking about it before trying to, organize this video. I said it's like poking a bear with a stick, which is, it actually fits really well, because, Russia's a bear. The States pokes the bear with a stick, really. And if you've ever tried that, then you'll know. I haven't, and I hope never to. Please don't poke bears with sticks, it's a bad idea. It's much like doing that. Like, they're looking for a fight. Because they're like, oh, Russia's bad. Russia's invading this country. This poor defenseless country, which, if you look at history, if you look at like World War II, was grounds for war. I believe, what was it? I think it was, World War II, Germany invading Poland, grounds for war. More legitimate grounds for war, but, Germany invaded Poland, and that was grounds for England to go to war with Germany. So this image that they've projected of Russia invaded this poor defenseless country, theoretically that would be grounds for war. Which means that the States would go to war with them. But this is not true. Why would they make up that story? Just why? I think it's because they want to go to war. The bad part is, like, picture this. Picture this for a second. You have the bad guy, right? Which in this case would be like, I guess, the Ukraine's fascist government. Like bad guy, right? Unnamed bad guy, I don't know. Someone. Well, I'll call him Chris for the sake of it. Then you have John, who is Russia. And you have Billy, who's the American. Say, in this example, say John goes and, takes away all Chris's weapons and destroys them and stuff, leaving him unarmed. So he can't do anything. He's just kind of sitting there, being really stunned and shocked and things. And then, Billy comes up and says to John, like, oh, why did you do that? He's so defenseless. Oh, God. Why would you do that? And then they kind of, John and Billy kind of argue for a little while. And then it escalates to a point where it's like, Billy says to John, oh, where are we right now? Give me 1 second. America, Russia, Ukraine, America, doing that, right? America's kind of at that state right now of poking the bear with a stick. The semi-scary, I mean, I'm in Canada, so not as scary as it could be, but it would be pretty, it would change a lot of things. This, the next things that would be said between John and Billy is John tells him to stop, like, just lay off. Back out of my face. Right? That's said a couple times. The next things that happen, right? If you picture this like it's, I don't know, like a movie scene or something. Billy says, what are you gonna do, shoot me? If you followed along this far, I think you can tell what's gonna happen next. If you can't, I mean, John just shoots him. That's it. Or, if we're going along with the Russia-American thing, they'd battle it out for a little while, but then Billy dies. I think the reason for this is because if you look back to World War II, Russia was a formidable adversary. They were quite powerful. The only thing that really held them back was their shortage of everything, which I believe spawned off of the communism that was there at the time. America was very strong, kind of like Russia, but without the communism. So they were able to win the war. Russia nowadays doesn't have the communism. The States is becoming more socialist. They're just not exactly communism, but they're weakened, So, in the event that they went to war, another war like that of World War II, I mean, not that scale, but against the States and Russia, Russia would kick their butts. Mostly because they're a superpower. They were a superpower back in how long? Like early 1900s up till 1980 something, 6 I think. They were a superpower then. They're Superman now. Like, there's nothing really stopping them in a war. It's definitely asking for... It's not only asking for a war, it's asking to be defeated. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. For next episode, I'll be taking suggestions for whatever you want talked about or any questions you want answered. You can leave them at this email address that will appear above my head. Go to that. It will should say 99teentalk@gmail.com. Okay. This has been Teen Talk. Goodbye.